So you're hosting virtual events on the Remo platform and you want to know, how can I monetize these? How can I make some money doing this? Let's go through the ways. Look, when it comes to hosting virtual events, there are essentially two groups of people that you can make money from. One is the attendees who come to your event, and the other is people who want access to those attendees. So we're going to go through those two groups and the different ways that you can make money from each of them. Let's start with your attendees. And the obvious thing that you can do here is you can sell tickets to each of your Remo events. Each of your virtual events, you can charge people admission to attend. And the great thing is that Remo has ticketing functionality built into the platform. So you can do that just from the Remo backend. I've got another video that shows you how you can set up that ticketing functionality, and Remo just takes a small fee for allowing you to sell tickets through its platform. So that's the easiest way to make some money off your virtual events. But it's not the only way. And in fact, if you're hosting multiple virtual events, especially if you're hosting them at a regular cadence, say once a month or every other week or even weekly, then you can sell a subscription that allows people to come to all of your events. And you can charge for that subscription on a monthly or even an annual basis. Now, if you're going the subscription route, you are not going to use Remo's ticketing functionality. That functionality is really for an event by event basis. Instead, you're going to want to use a third party that allows you to charge recurring subscriptions to your attendees, and then just send an email with the link to your Remo event to your subscribers every time an event comes up. Now, there are other ways to make money off your attendees besides charging them admission, besides actually putting the event itself behind a paywall. For example, you may want to host free virtual events and then use those virtual events as a source of lead generation to sell some other product or service that you offer. In this scenario, you are using your virtual events much like you would use a marketing webinar, except that, of course, virtual events are a much better experience than typical webinars. So you're getting people to come for free and you're capturing their information, whether it's their email address or any other information that you want, and you may even be pitching them your product or service in the presentation at your virtual event. Think carefully about whether you want to pitch your attendees inside the virtual event. Do you actually want them to make a purchase while that virtual event is happening? If so, you're going to want to provide a link, maybe something that you include on the floor plan that allows them to make that purchase. Or perhaps you want to use a QR code, show that on screen, and people can whip out their phones and use that to get to the landing page where they can make that purchase. But there's also a scenario where you aren't actually trying to get people to make that purchase during the event. Instead, your follow-up email campaign is going to be key, and that is how you are going to encourage people to then make a purchase from you. On a related note, another thing that you can encourage people to purchase at your virtual events is merchandise. Maybe you have some swag, whether it's t-shirts or hats or albums or something like that. That's also a great way to monetize your virtual events. So that's how you can make money off of attendees at your virtual events on Remo. But let's take a moment to talk about how you can also make money from other companies that want access to your attendees. And what we're really talking about here is sponsorships. Now, there's a number of different ways that you can provide value to the sponsors of your virtual events on Remo using various functionality. But here's the key thing that I want you to remember. This is not about reaching the most people. Instead, this is about putting your sponsors in the room with the right people, the people that they want to target, the people that they want to talk to, and actually allowing them to have one-on-one conversations with those folks. So the most important thing you can do is actually name one of the tables in your Remo event after the sponsor, and then direct your attendees to go visit the sponsor at that table where they can have conversations with a rep from that company. And in fact, everything else you want to do in the event should not just be about slapping your sponsor's name on the virtual event. It should be driving them to go have that one-on-one conversation. And if there are too many people at your Remo event, there's just so many attendees that there's no way your sponsor can have conversations with them all, then you want to use Remo's functionality to allow people to set up one-on-one conversations with representatives from that company in the future. Now, I've got a whole video that's dedicated to this that's all about how you can add value to your sponsorship. I will provide a link to that, so you should go check that out if you want to go the sponsorship route. But that's basically it. There are two ways to make money off your virtual events. You're either making money off the folks who attend your virtual event, or you're making money off companies that want access to your attendees. So go through those, think through those carefully, and go make some money off your virtual events. I'm Seth Resler from Community Marketing Revolution. Thank you so much for watching. And if you would like to see some more videos about how you can make the most out of virtual events, I highly recommend that you subscribe to my channel, and you can start by checking out this video right here. I think you're going to like it. Thanks again for watching.